Welcome back to another episode of Raw Talk where we get 0 F's over here. I know you need to do me a solid. Hit that like button on your way in. That subscription is free on the way out. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. I noticed that like every other YouTuber has a war story about prison, and 99.9% of the time with their war story, they came out on top, or, you know, they was just a big bad wolf. Well, that's not the case. I mean, I did 10 years in prison. I've been in multiple fights. I've lost some fights and I've won some fights. I've won a vast majority, but I've lost a fair amount of fights. And today we're going to be talking about one of them fights that I lost. The year was 2013. I was at the Paul Ryan facility. There's 4 jails in Broward. If anybody knows, we have the Paul Ryan facility, the North Broward facility, the Conti facility, and the main jail facility. And I was at the Paul Ryan at the time, and we sitting in the day room or whatever, and I'm chopping it up with buddy from Hollywood. Dude's name, his real name, believe it or not, his real name Michael Myers. But I'm chopping it up with Mike and shit, and we sitting in the back. There's 3 rows in front of the TV in the day room. The TV is mounted in the corner. I'm in the 3rd row. I'm in the back row, and we chopping it up or whatever. You know, we talking about the street or whatever. You got to understand, we in the county jail. We only like 5, 6, 7 months fresh off the street. You know what I mean? Everybody in here, ain't nobody got like 3, 4 years under their belt. Everybody in here is pretty fresh off the street fighting their case. And the TV was on. I don't even remember if it was like Law and Order or Matlock. I don't even remember what it was, but I just know it was one of them old school shows. And Old School was in the front row. He was like literally 2 chairs away from the TV, trying to hear the TV, and I wasn't paying no attention. I'm talking loud in the back row with Mike, you feel me? We sitting here talking about the streets, and you know how that can get when you chopping it up about the streets. Y'all getting excited and shit. Y'all voice start raising and shit. He turned around. The dude named Mr. Johnson got one gold tooth right here with like a Playboy bunny in it. Now, I should have knew better. I swear to God, I should have knew better when I seen that one gold tooth with that Play bunny in it. I should have knew better, because I grew up around people like this, dog. That one gold tooth with the little Play bunny or a star or a moon in it. Hey, listen. If they got that one gold tooth, don't mess with them. I swear to God, don't mess with them. But anyways, he turned around and he like, hey man, y'all gonna hold that down so I can hear the TV? So Mike say something slick, but he don't hear what Mike say. And you know me, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like follow behind him at the time. Call it a follower or whatever, but I was just on that shit at the time. I was a jit, and I just caused trouble for no reason, bro, honestly. So I said, bond out. He turned around, he said, what you say? I said, you heard me, bro. I said, bond out. You don't like us talking, bond out, bro. Who you think you talking to like that, is what he came out his mouth with. I said, man, if you don't, at that time, like I'm still on that youthful offender mentality. So I'm like, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can slide to the room. That was the worst thing I could have said, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I get up and I start walking towards my room, my cell, which is the last cell right by the rec yard. Start walking towards my cell. I get in the cell. Man, would you know this motherfucker? First off, let me explain something. We all wearing like blue scrubs. So you really can't tell how much size a person got on them until they come up out them scrubs. No homo, but you really can't see what kind of size a person got up on them. This motherfucker came to my cell, took his shirt off, dog. And when I say it looked like he eat, slept, and shat on the dip bar and the pull-up bar for the last 30 years of his life. Mind you, Mr. Johnson is like 48 years old. He was built like an ox, bro. So when he throw his set up, that don't faze me though. So when he throw his set up, I throw mine up. We get in there. As soon as I throw my set up, he throws 3 of the hardest. It felt like a person was throwing sledgehammers at me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna sit here and cap to you like I put up a good fight. That motherfucker threw 3 of the hardest hits I've ever been hit with in my life. And when I say them shits backed me from one side of the cell all the way into the other side of the cell wall, and he followed up with it, and all I could do is try to swing and grab, and I couldn't, bro. The things were hitting me like anvils. Like, you ever seen Looney Tunes? You ever seen the anvil drop on the coyote? That's how I felt, bro. My shit was instantly, after them first 3, I instantly started seeing stars, bro. So anyways, I kind of like lock up with him. We start little wrestling and shit. And I'm like, all right. You got that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew the battle that I could win right there and the battle that was not gonna be won right there. Dude literally spent probably like the last 30, 40 years of his life in prison on the dip bar, bro. He was a big fucking dude. Anyways, that was one of the times where I had a life lesson, dog. And that's the thing. That's why I like talking about the fights that I've lost or the things that I've done, is because I've learned lessons. And that was a lesson learned, dog. You can't just go around just talking your shit on anybody, because one day you're going to catch that better person in you. And Mr. Johnson was a bad motherfucker. I ain't going to lie to you, man. But yeah, that was another episode of Raw Talk. Please hit that like button on your way out. We got more fight stories coming to you, man. Hey, I love y'all.